Say What They Can't Radio.
Welcome to the Now What podcast, Navigating Life in Your 40s. I'm your host, Tasha Monique, and I'm so excited to be back in the studio. This is spanking brand new, New Jersey, way of Brooklyn, okay? Shout out for my Brooklyn heads over here. All right, so let me introduce you to my guest, my reoccurring guest. Shout out to Miss Keenya.
Hey.
All right, and I have two guests. How about, listen, my King alumni, I just found out we all went to the same high school, okay? Shout out to Martin Luther King High School in New York, okay? I have Nicole joining us.
Hey.
And I have Miss Keenya over here joining us.
Reema,
oh my gosh. You see, you know what? I had just 2 sips. And I wrote your name down, but I just said something else. Sorry, Miss Reema. Okay. Joining me, Reema. Okay. All right. Don't look so nervous, guys. So this is episode 10, okay? And we're going to talk about just like being uncomfortable situations, uncomfortable phrases, things that just make you feel uncomfortable, okay? So I'm going to get a little spicy and just start it off, right? I'm going to say some words, and I want y'all to tell me on a scale of 1 to 5 how uncomfortable it makes you feel and why. Miss Reema, you ready?
Yes.
Masturbation.
Uncomfortable?
Yes, on a scale of 1 to 5. I mean, does it even make you feel uncomfortable?
It depends.
Okay.
It depends.
On?
So I guess it depends on who's in the room to have the conversation.
Ah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
That makes
As
sense.
part of the conversation.
Nicole shaking her head.
I don't care. You ask me about it. I'm going to tell you.
Wait. So that word doesn't make you feel uncomfortable at all.
Not at all.
Okay.
I'm in touch with myself.
Okay. All right. Okay. I'm not mad at that. Okay. Keenya, how does vulnerability, what does that word do for you? Does it make you feel uncomfortable or?
Absolutely not.
Okay.
So I get what scale you said.
Scale 1 to 5. Yeah.
5 being I'm completely free.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Absolutely.
5. Okay.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Why? Why would you rate?
I would say because any relationships that I have, whether it's with my husband, my friends, or whatever, if you're in my circle, if I am talking to you,
Mm-hmm.
I want to be able to be totally transparent. I don't want nothing fake. I want you to know where I'm coming from. I want to know where you're coming from. If I can't be vulnerable around you,
Mm-hmm.
I don't want you in my space.
Ooh, speak on it. Yeah.
So
And the reason why that was one of those words for me, because I feel like people these days, as a single lady, men are not vulnerable. And I feel like women are not vulnerable either. Everybody's just walking around guarded, like, I don't want to give up too much.
Right,
I'm trying to protect this.
Yeah.
Like, how are we growing, evolving? What are you doing if you're just walking around with your guard up all the time? Right? Nicole.
Yes, ma'am.
Friendships.
Ooh.
Is that uncomfortable for you?
It wasn't before I turned 40.
Mm.
Once I turned 40, my friendships have been a little challenging.
Mm-hmm.
And it's kind of sad because it's people that I've known forever.
Mm-hmm.
So what I have done lately, and she could attest to it and other friends can, I've taken a back seat.
Mm-hmm.
And I've really just been to myself because I'm wondering now, with me having so many issues with different friends, if maybe it's me.
Mm.
Maybe I need to get back to Nicole. And maybe I could get back to Nicole. And then maybe that I can work on repairing friendships.
Mm-hmm.
Some of my friendships, it's been too long. And I'm kind of sad that some of them have taken the turn that they've taken. But maybe if I get back in touch with myself, love myself, know me, I can work on my friendships.
Mm-hmm.
Because at this point, I'm like, fuck them bitches.
Right?
And I shouldn't be like
bitches, you hear that? Fuck y'all, okay?
I shouldn't be like that with girls that I've known since I was 12. That's
But
crazy.
you know what I realize is that you hear this word like change. Oh, people need to change. I welcome change. I embrace change. But anybody can change. Are you improving is the real question. Because I can change all day, but is it a good change?
Right.
Did you change to improve the shit that I was already calling out? Like, when are you taking accountability?
So when you say change, do you mean like, if I say, well, people are changing, what do you mean? Like they outgrowing you, or they don't want to be around you because they're changing?
It can mean a multitude of things. Yes, that could be one of those things where you know how people start feeling themselves. I guess life is going great in the right direction. So you feel like, oh, I don't need my friends from the past because maybe I see them as holding me back. So that's how I changed. I changed my circle. Like, did it improve your life?
Right. See, I'm the type of person, I welcome change because everyone evolves and that path was already written and they're going to go down that path regardless. My thing is respect my change and I'll respect your change.
Absolutely.
So, like, I don't see Nicole often, but when we do, it's like we never, had that big gap or whatever. Right. And that's how I can count on my hand true friends. Because you have those who if something goes on, you pick up the phone and they are there. And then you have those who pretend like they don't even see you or know you.
The fair weather friends.
Right. And it's like, wait a minute. Then you just start thinking about the past and then you're like, okay. So I'm okay with that. I'm okay with letting them be who they are and just be happy that I don't have to waste any more time or years spending or trying to figure it out with them.
Right. Oh, you need an app?
Yeah.
Good.
Thank you.
Right. Glad that you said that. So, I have a question. So, how would you finish this sentence, Nicole? I never thought that I would ever.
I never thought that I would ever miss a friendship like I'm missing one that I recently had an issue with. I never thought that.
Bitches, get your shit together, okay? Like, I'm pretty sure they're gonna watch this. And you know what I realized? Like, as adults, this is one of those things that, makes us uncomfortable.
Right.
Like, I shouldn't feel uncomfortable coming to my friend to check you about some shit that you did. Like, you should actually internalize what I'm telling you. Telling you my feelings is hurt because I don't like the way you behaved or this situation went down. How do we move past that? Because I think the situation is small because our friendship is bigger. But some people be in their feelings and people be emotional and you're just ready to give up a friendship for how many years?
And normally that's me, but I think it's because of this particular person. I'm just like, really, girl? Me of all people? But it is what it is. This life, and hopefully we'll get to revisit that.
But I feel like these people will come around. If they value your friendship, they will come around and just be like, you know what? I was tripping because I be tripping all the damn time. But my circle is so small. I can honestly say I've never had a falling out with any of my girlfriends because, it's like Keenya's new to the mix. I only got one friend, two friends. I'm like, what are we doing? Like, bitch, you ain't call me? Wait, you were supposed to send me some food. What happened? Like, it's nothing major to make, have us like be in that like setting. So, Miss Reema, how would you finish this sentence? I never thought that I would ever.
I never thought that I would ever be married.
Ooh, why not?
Tread lightly, my friend.
I don't know. Growing up, I started out, dancing, regular dancing, like modern.
Were you a part of like the dance program in Martin Luther King High School?
I was.
Girlfriend, high five me from over here because I was a part of the King Dance troupe.
I was. Yes. And then after high school, I had a little group called Rated X.
Ooh, okay.
And we used to travel around all the boroughs with a talent shows, All Stars and stuff like that.
Get out of here.
So, we used to win or come in second place. Then we went on Apollo. So, those were the things that I was doing and enjoying myself. So then when I had my daughters, that was something that was, I didn't even think I was looking to have kids. But life just starts happening.
It does.
It just starts happening. So I really didn't have anything planned out like what you would see on TV, put it like that. I was just trying to get to the next day and just educating myself and just looking at everything to see what's available to me. Growing up in the hood, we don't see much. But that's why I went, I left Brooklyn and went to King, because I was like, you know what? If they said we can go to another school in another borough, why not?
That's what it was for me too. Yeah,
because I'm very vocal, and I like to meet people. I like to meet, and do new things. So going out there, I was able to meet new people throughout all the boroughs, and it was cool. So just getting married, it was something that I was like, wow, I'd never dreamed of. But, doing it was good. It wasn't scary. And I know a lot of people are like, oh, I can't wait till I get this husband. Oh, I want a husband. I'm tired of being single.
I don't have one, but I'm sure it's work.
It is. It is. It's like, I remember one of my teachers telling me, you can get an A, but can you keep an A?
Hello.
Right. So that
is true. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So even within a relationship, you can be in one, but then once you get comfortable, man, it's very challenging.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
So
how long have you been married?
This year will be 14 years.
Congratulations. Shout out to Black Love. I love it. I love it.
Thank you.
And Miss Keenya, how would you finish this sentence? I never thought that I would ever.
I never thought I would ever have children. Yeah. So you want me to expound?
No, you know what? But Keenya, not for nothing. Can I be honest? Right.
Yes.
So,
always.
because when we met, obviously, I'm not going to say obviously, but Keenya is a little older than I am, right? So when we met, I just assumed, I was like, wow, because you met when I was pregnant with Karan, like my second son. My son now is 19,
Right.
And I was just like, surprised that you didn't have kids.
Wow.
And back then, I feel like, yes, I was ignorant. And I was just one of those women walking around like, oh, every woman should have kids.
Right.
You don't want kids? Because, that's what I was taught. Like, that's what you're supposed to do. Find your man, have some kids.
Right. Absolutely. Yeah.
Retire with your little pension and go on about your business, right?
Yeah,
work until you can't work no more. Talk about all the shit you're going to do once you retire. And hopefully you live long enough to retire. No, but I'm serious. That's what I come from. So I'm just like, you don't want kids?
I never told you I didn't want
No,
kids.
you did not tell me that. I'm thinking this to myself.
Wow.
Because at the time that I met you, because of how old you were, I'm like,
well, Tasha, how old was I?
I don't. You know what? When we met, I believe you were in like your mid to late 30s at that time.
Actually, I was in my
right.
And I mean, it's not strange that you say that because, of course, in society, especially during the era that I grew up in, it was expected for women to have kids. So you always get those sly comments like, you don't want kids? What's wrong with you? Like, what's wrong with your man?
That was me because
nature. Yeah, so I'm not surprised that you said that. You know what I'm saying? Maybe because you never said it to me, but I've had people say that to me.
Because I would never say that. Right, I think that's rude.
Yeah, I'm glad you thought about my feelings.
Yes, I would never say that because you're my
so
girl.
Glad.
I would never say that to you.
Yeah, because some people are rude, and it was hurtful when people would say stuff like that to me because I'm like, it's not that I don't want to have kids; it just didn't happen at the time. So now I do have kids, and I thank God for that. But it was a time of my life where I didn't think it was going to happen.
Right.
And, thank God I have 2 beautiful boys and I love them so much. But it was very, very challenging to be in your late 30s and being married so long and not having kids. So that, but, now, I have my babies and I'm good. Well, they're not babies no more.
They damn near full grown.
Yeah.
Well, I can't wait until this is over to find out how old you are because
I'm 52.
You do not look it. Right.
From the sidelines, they're like, what?
Yes.
I look it.
Listen, I always brag about that.
Yes, because we see our peers and you be like, girl, didn't we go to high school together?
And it's funny because with Tasha, I always have to say, I got to stop doing that because I get around people and I'm like, girl, they 30.
Right. I'm like, Tasha, I thought she was my age.
Exactly.
She's
So I gotta stop doing that.
Right.
I have to stop.
Right.
Oh my gosh. But that's I just come from like, listening to other ignorant people and they project that on you and now you projecting it on people. And I'm just like, now I embrace women like, do what you want. Like have kids when you're ready. Get married when you're ready.
Right.
Stay single forever if you want. Hump whoever you want. That's your business, right? That's between you and your creator. So I'm the only single person over here, but it's okay. So I'm gonna just say this. How do y'all feel about your husbands having work wives?
Oh. What kind of mess?
Want me to go?
Please, who answer that question?
I never would have to worry about that because my husband is a local 3 electrician. 99.9% men.
He ain't got no work wife. Okay.
But if he had one, work wife.
No.
He would not be calling her that. No.
That's that's a no.
What if you found out he had a work wife?
Well, him and work wife might have a problem. Wait, camera, let me look into it. So you and work wife would have a problem.
Is that acceptable? Like, is that okay?
I don't like that term.
No,
I don't like it either. I don't even know
like
it.
That's like emotional
You have one wife.
relationship.
That's
right. Like you really actually having a relationship emotionally, and that to me
They going to
is
lunch and
even
shit,
worse than
Right.
having a physical, actual relationship. Because if you are emotionally attached to somebody, it might eventually lead to a physical, attraction or whatever.
And it's easy to do that because now I love going to work. I don't miss no days. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
We going to lunch every day.
Yeah.
Oh, let me just tell you what's happening. Can I get your opinion on this?
Right. Yeah.
Is it okay with you?
No.
Okay.
But one thing about my husband, I feel like, me personally, I feel like the women love him because of how he is very nice and charismatic, make them feel good. And I tell him, stop doing that because you don't know in their relationships, they may not be getting that little part.
Right.
And then you're giving it to them and they're like, oh. So what I do, I sit right there and watch because I want to see how far it'll go. Because I told my husband, I'm the type of woman who would sit right there and watch it till everything gets so good and then boom, I'm right in there interrupting everything. Wow. Everybody is feeling like,
Yeah.
And that's just me because you can't, first of all, you can't control nobody for what they do in front of you or behind you. But if you respect me, I respect you because I would never, ever do that. That's me personally. Everybody have their own relationships. I watched this new TV show, Seeking Husband Brothers or whatever. And like,
what is that about?
Sounds like a train wreck. Sounds like a train wreck. Right. Exactly.
Brother husbands or something like that. Yeah, because then you had sister wives. So it's funny because my husband, we watched the sister wives. Now the brother husband comes on. He don't want to watch it, and I'm like, why not?
Right.
Yeah, right. And then just listening to the women. I mean, it's kind of crazy. And I sit there like, wow, this is really a thing.
So is it? I know we don't like the term work wives, and we don't agree with that. But what if you have, a dude at your job just mad friendly? He's like, "Yo, Keenya, let's go to lunch."
Oh, that wouldn't sit right with my husband. I wouldn't be able to tell him that.
Would it sit right?
But are you right? Are you going to lunch?
I probably wouldn't because I probably wouldn't go only because of the way I was brought up. My mom always taught me you don't be smiling up in no guy's face. You don't just be super extra friendly with them. And that's just how, because
things
things happen.
Things
they might get the wrong idea. You might catch feelings, whatever, So she just she raised me that way. So that's probably why I wouldn't. And then before, I've never been that type of person who was always like, I wasn't that chick that, was like when it came to guys, I never was that chick like, oh, let's hook up, let's get together. I never was. I was always shy. So it would never happen. So yeah.
So are you and Taquan going out for like, he's like, yo, the Dominican spot across the street is good. Come on, I got you. Let's go.
So now I have to tell you our situation. It's 134 of us at work.
Mhm.
It's only 2 women. Me and another female.
Whoa.
So everybody I go to lunch with is always a guy.
Okay.
I don't know. I've always been that girl that it's the 7 guys and it's me. I'm a tomboy. I'm still a tomboy, old as I am. And I don't know. I mean,
How does
now
your
that
husband?
now that I look at it and think about it, it's just like, sorry, sweetie.
Right. You gotta act like you gotta flip it like
right.
Guess I need to start eating at my desk.
right, like I got you, right? But then also, I feel like if they're not flirting with you and you don't feel like they're making me feel uncomfortable, then sure, Taquan treated me to Dominican food today. I'm going to the Rib Shack with Bob on Thursday. Like, this is what we do because it's not a threat to my relationship and I don't feel uncomfortable to where these 7 men are hitting on me.
Okay, but wait a minute though.
I
guess if I had, my mindset would be like, well, what you want, nigga? Excuse me. Can I say that? I'm sorry. I shouldn't have said that. I'm sorry, y'all.
All good.
What you want? That's what I'm thinking in the back of my head. Maybe everybody don't think that, but that's just. I'm like,
But do you feel that way when you going out to lunch with this?
I don't want to like say how it is, but I'm the only black person there.
That also
And
makes
the other
a difference.
female is Hispanic.
That makes a
Everybody else
difference.
is
This
they're
is
like
Bob and them,
5
right?
feet tall and 5 feet wide, and that's not my thing.
Not fun.
You got Bonnie Rubble in them, like
yeah.
I've never looked at anybody at my job like that, and I've never felt uncomfortable. And I don't think anybody's looked at me because I'm like really one of the boys. They start with the cursing. I'm like, F you, screw you. We could go to the parking lot because I could tussle.
Wow.
with
Yeah.
average
I
Joe.
hear that. Yeah.
But
Right.
I don't think about it that way. I guess because of the
Okay.
people that I work with. But yeah, I need to look at that.
and I guess that plays a factor, right? See, it's all about the visual. So men and women are visual, right? Now, if these were attractive dudes,
Right.
Yeah, I may have had to change my job.
exactly. But that's what I'm saying. So if the work wife, she
Yeah.
she is not a looker, is it all right then?
But I'm sure
No.
that
I'm
sure that there are some that are out there. Like I said with my husband, because you have to. I don't want to say I don't know his type, but it's me and it may be somebody else too. I don't know.
back up off my boy.
I'm just saying.
Listen.
Because like I'm the type of person, if I see a beautiful woman going by and I'm like, if she got the curves or whatever, come on now. So I always look at my husband to see what he's looking at. And I just want him to be open and just be open. Don't make it seem like you're not looking at her when I'm watching you look at her.
Right. You know what's so funny that you bring that up? When I was in a relationship, if I would notice like an attractive woman, I would like, oh my gosh, isn't she gorgeous? Look at her. You just be like, yeah.
Right.
It wasn't like I have to catch you sneaking. Like I'm looking like you looking, but not like we want her or anything. It's just I can compliment a woman.
I just want him to be I think I did it like that because I want him to be open with me. I don't want him to be lying and then behind my back, if he was to cheat, now he's cheating with somebody that I thought he may not have been interested in, but he was. So that's just me. I'm very transparent, like in the beginning. Just let me know. Right. It is what it is. They're gonna do what they want to do anyway. But I want to know, just to know, because if I go to your job one day and I'm not insecure at all, I'm very comfortable with who I am. If another woman have it and I don't, I'm gonna congratulate her because I could either buy it or work to get it.
Right.
Why be mad? I mean, look at the world. Look what the world has come to. Everybody can change their whole appearance. What's the sense of being mad?
Right. Absolutely.
So I celebrate everybody.
Right.
But if it's something that he likes that's different, because I really try to wonder, why is it that people cheat? And I'm like, that when you ask that question to men and women, the answers are always different. So I asked my husband, why is it that men cheat?
What did he say?
He's like, well, at times, they just like something a little bit different. But he's like, well, I'm older now, so I'm content. I did what I had to do.
It is a young man's game. Right. I will say that.
But you know what? I respect that, because if it gets really boring, I'm sure I don't know. It's a variety. I don't know. I cheated one time, and I told him it's funny, when I was in high school, and then I got caught. And I don't even understand how.
Girl, you wasn't smooth enough.
I wasn't smart enough. So I was just like, what, I'm done. It was too much work. So I'm like, what, I'm good.
It is a young man and woman's game.
It really is. And I guess I wasn't on it.
Oh my gosh.
I wasn't focusing.
It's funny, but you know what? It varies from person to person. But I feel like most of the time I can say, like, what we tend to forget in relationships is, you may have the length of time, like, oh, we've been together for 22 years, 30 years, whatever. But do you like each other? Right. I can love you all day.
Right.
With every fiber of my being, but I fucking hate you right now. I don't like you, and I'm not in love with you right now. So with that level of thinking, you just like, now again, Taquan want to take me to the Dominican restaurant today.
I'm going.
Oh. Because guess what? My man is acting crazy. So now I can have my work husband. I'm going to you know what? I'm going to share stuff with him. I'm going to talk to him. I'm going to confide in him. So now we building this relationship. And Taquan already know. He may have somebody, or he may be single, but now that opens up a door for us to now be like, you know what?
Explore other areas. Yep. Right.
Exactly. So sometimes it could be that level of intimacy because you literally don't like your wife right now. You don't like your husband right now. It's like, hey, I cooked. Okay, great. Y'all do it. Everything is routine. Right. Love you. Okay. I text you. I'm on my way home. Okay, great. But your mind is not in it. You're not focused on your relationship, and then you stop dating each other.
Right.
You stop surprising each other.
Right.
Like, do y'all buy gifts for your husband?
Yeah.
I do.
Look, you see what I'm saying? You see how she just clenched up? Right? No, men have those affirmations. Like, what's your love language? Like, they like that. They like to hear, damn, you look good. You smell good.
Right.
Right.
I want to give, but I had to learn these things. See, now that I'm single, I know what to do. I got to find somebody to do it for. It's failing terrible, but it's all good. See, I think that's one of those things that you learn as you grow, but I feel like you have to have like a mix of like single friends, married friends, and then, we can be like honest and transparent, like, what's working? What's not working? Well, we do this and I try that. Maybe you should try this. I feel like we don't open up enough because you like, I don't want people to judge me.
Right.
Type deal.
Yeah, but go ahead. I'm sorry. Yeah.
I kind of think my marriage has continued this long because of my married friends. Because I have them of all age, not all ages, all years together. And just having a conversation with them when things are like, and they just like give you some type of guarantee,
some jewels. It makes a difference.
It really helps because when you get to those certain ages and you're like ready to bow out, like don't want to do this no more, like you were saying. But just speaking with them,
right?
And even with the single ones, because some of them understand relationships, but they're just not tolerating those type of men. Or when I speak to single men, they tell you about the woman or how men are. Like, I'm very open on listening because I think that's where the key is, communicating, because it's hard out there.
Yeah.
It's hard.
Reema, you telling me? I already know. I'm in these streets way too long. It's been 5 years right now. Where is he? Where you at?
But you know what? But not only for single, for married people too.
What do you mean?
It's hard.
Oh, well, yeah, of course.
It's hard.
Because you don't want it to get stale. You don't want it to get boring. You don't want your eye to start wondering. And then his eye to start doing the same. And then the responsibility of someone else, their livelihood and keeping up with what they like when I barely want to do what I like. So it's really hard. So you single people out there,
enjoy, bask in it.
Girl, ain't nothing it's nothing out here to enjoy. And you know what I realized too? Like, you know, being single, you have to make a decision. Do you just want to be in your whole phase forever? Or do you want to actually have a relationship? Because I could circle the block all damn day. Where's that getting me? If I really desire to be in a relationship to eventually get married or whatever it is, you can't do those things. So you really have to pick and choose what it is that you want to be, what you want to do, and stand firm in it. You say, you know what, I'm gonna date like 3-4 dudes, but I'm not gonna have sex with nobody, like, until we're in a relationship. You got to be transparent. You with it or you not. If not, this is what I'm offering right now. Like, the streets are not kind, girl. That's all I can say. Okay. Keenya, are you still making mistakes at this big age in your life?
Oh, absolutely. Like, I mean, what do you mean?
Just any life mistake, like, just like you.
Yeah, I believe we all make mistakes. Yeah, absolutely.
Because I feel like,
I mean, you don't want to make the same mistakes over and over, though,
right?
Because then you're not growing. But yeah, I think we all make mistakes, and you always will until you pass and go to the next life. So,
girl. Reema, how old are your children?
27 and 21.
Okay, that's okay. And I know that you're
29.
right. Exactly. Do you feel like your children only see you as a parent? They don't see you as like a wife, right? I'm Nicole first, right? I got my own aspirations, goals, things that I'm trying to do. They just feel like you got it all figured out. You got to have the answer for everything. There's no room for error. It's just like, I was Reema before you even came into the picture.
Right.
Like, I feel like our children, the older ones, they don't give you grace.
None whatsoever.
I don't know if anybody else is experiencing that, but I
whatsoever. I feel like me and my son are going back to adolescent times with him.
Oh, wow.
Like, seriously, it's like,
wow.
I remember him being a teenager, and I'm just like, that's my kid, but I don't like him.
Fuck them kids.
Ditto.
And now I feel like, okay, dude, I get it. Everybody grows at their own pace. But I'm like, at 29, I feel like you should be on your way to what you want to do, not still trying to figure out what it is that you want to do with your life. Not at 29. And that's where me and him are having an issue. I was one of those parents that, when you turn 18, you're getting the hell out. That's not conventional. My mother didn't do that to me. You know, but here he is, 29. I don't care if he stays until he's 59. But I'm going to need you to do a little bit better than what you're doing right now. That's it. We just having that type of issue right now. But
I think their generation is totally different from ours.
oh my goodness.
We were out there, we were working, we were trying to
14.
get 14.
Absolutely, yeah.
Getting jobs, doing almost everything we needed to do. You know, they're just different. And I'm just trying
We're to blame, though.
I think so, because we enable them.
Don't
We did
think
absolutely. Yeah, it's our fault.
I blame myself.
It's our fault. It's our fault.
So my son, and definitely when men say a woman cannot teach a boy how to be a man, they are 100% right.
Yeah.
Wow.
Y'all hear that? They taking ownership, right?
100% right.
Yes.
I take the ownership of having that mama's boy, and nothing I can do about it. I need it. I mean, when his grandfather was here, he stepped up, he did whatever. Me and his dad was young when we had him, so both of us were growing up, but, you know, I bear more of the responsibility because I'm the mother and his father to meet it and get responsible for him until he was about 21.
Oh.
And that sucks.
Right.
And I guess, you know, we say we want to end cycles, but it's hard. It's hard when you don't have a man that's going to step up, be there, do this, do that. And not for nothing, when I got with my husband, wonderful guy, just like anybody else, we all have our ups and downs. But I think he came in a little late with my son,
So
and my
he's
son was already
grown.
set into his ways.
Right.
So it was kind of hard, and it's still like hard navigating the relationship between my grown ass man child and my husband.
Right.
And then it's like, I know what it's like to grow up with a stepfather, and you feel like your mother's taking your stepfather's side and not listening to you. So I try to play devil's advocate with that, and I
But
go a little
Nicole,
overboard.
you know why you don't right now? He's a full grown ass man. And let me tell you, I don't care if you don't like my husband, my new man, my boyfriend, my whoever.
Respect him.
Right.
Absolutely.
I don't give a shit how you feel about this because you are an adult. Deal with your feelings. Were you jealous? What did you want? What's going on here?
Yeah.
You know what I realized? Like, as we became parents, our goal was to raise our children
And not be abusive the way I
Right, exactly. You want to do the opposite of what your parents did.
Right,
But I feel like in doing so, it's like you start doing the shit that they did.
Yeah.
You just do it a little differently. You word it differently. The approach is different, but in hindsight, it's really the same. But we only can do, the best that we can with the tools that we were given. So you tweak it a little bit. Is it better? I mean, there's no right or wrong answer, but we do enable them because, you want to give your kids the opportunity to be like, you know what? Chase your dreams. If you don't like this, you don't have to do it. You could do something else. And then I don't know if that's like enabling them. You like, listen, you got to get your shit together. Like, what is going on? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Hi. Oh, right. Okay. So that's what happens. All right. So, Reema, sorry. Would you be willing to go on a double date with your husband's ex-girlfriend and her new man?
I would. Okay. Absolutely.
That'd be a fun night.
That would be an amazing night. He wouldn't like it though.
I love that you would be open to doing that.
I'm open to it, but he would be very uncomfortable. But I'll be open to it. It wouldn't bother me one bit.
Okay. Keenya, would you be open to doing that double date?
No, you know why? Because my husband's ex-girlfriend, he actually told her that I was trying to take him from her. So, see, mind you,
okay.
Now, he was really young, 18, 19, so he just didn't know no better. So, let me tell you, he's not going to like me saying this, but anyway, he was actually going to marry this young lady. So, she went and got a dress at Macy's. That's when Macy's was selling dresses. I
remember that.
Yeah, so she got a dress at Macy's or whatever.
Yes, I told you 19. You should know I
So, yeah. So his narrative was like, oh, yeah, she's sweating me. She trying to get
word.
you. Yeah. So that's what he was telling her. So I would feel very uncomfortable. I'm sure she probably feels, not jilted because they didn't actually go and get married. But I'm sure she would probably feel some type of way. Well, I would be thinking that is this chick over it? You know what I'm saying? Does she want closure? Is she going to confront us?
Right.
Because to me, I'm like the other woman, and it really didn't happen.
Woman that won?
Right, exactly. And it didn't even go down like that. Not at all. Not at all.
I can't with PK.
Yeah, absolutely.
Play too much. I can just see
no. Oh, man.
Nicole, would you be willing to go?
No, I'm ignorant and jealous. And I admit it. No.
With my new man, no. Okay, we're not doing it. Okay. Check. Okay. All right. What is the most uncomfortable situation you've ever been in with one of your girlfriends?
Oh my gosh.
Go
to somebody else. I got
Reema. Go ahead, take the floor.
I have to think. I don't know.
It could be good or bad.
Yeah, I'm never really uncomfortable.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
Okay.
Keenya, you could take that one.
I can't think of any. Uncomfortable with my girlfriend?
Yeah.
No. I don't have a lot of girlfriends, so the ones
I
that
know,
I have,
right?
no.
Nicole got a really good story, but she
That
don't know
one
what she is.
situation, I just can't. I know she's gonna be one of the ones that
Wow.
watches
Okay.
this, and it's
All right, you know
It's
what?
all right. Yes.
All right. So we just gonna skip over that. So how would you rate your
You
current
can tell me
sex
about it
life?
later.
What you said? She can tell us later.
because I want to know.
Right. How would you rate your current sex life?
Tell me what it is from what is
On
one?
a scale of 1 to 5. 1 is god awful. Trash. Crumble it up.
2.
Ooh. Oh, okay. Now, what can you do to improve that 2 and turn it into a 5?
I think it's because I'm currently going through menopause, and it's really like from January, it's been really bad. Sometimes I get up in the morning, I don't even want to deal with myself, so let alone deal with somebody else's nonsense. But yeah, I gotta start back dating my husband again. I definitely know that. I've been knowing that since February, and I'm trying to maneuver it. It's a little tough, but yeah, we got to get back there.
Okay,
I gotta date my husband
yes.
again. I definitely have to date him again.
Reema over there smiling hard. You must have a 5 for me, huh?
Absolutely not.
Oh.
Wow.
I thought you was going to say, but
You know,
we swinging.
mine is up and down. Mine is very much up and down. So on a scale of 1 to 5, it'll some days be a 1, some days it'll be a 5, depending on how pissed off I am.
Listen,
Because that right there, women hold the jewel, and it's
But
like
I thought the pissed off part leads up to the
no,
waking up part.
no.
no,
Really?
Like, right.
Okay, we pissed off. Now we gonna make up.
No, don't get off.
You like no?
Absolutely not. Absolutely not.
Right.
But I don't know. I mean, when it's good, it's good. But when it's not, it's like whatever. And then it comes with years. So 14 is like that routine,
Yes.
comfortable, and I'm like, So one thing we do is vacations. Those are always like a date for us. So vacations are always good.
Wow.
Right, of course. That's
Vacations are always good.
Right.
Just trying to get them on a flight. That's a
that's
problem.
one of those
One of
husbands.
those.
Like,
Oh, wow.
But vacations are always good.
Right.
Those
Yeah, 'cause
yeah.
you have nothing to think about.
Her husband is one of those husbands with the flight, and her husband is really good friends with my husband. So both of them, it's like trying to get them on a plane. It's like,
Wow.
no, I don't want to do that. No, I don't want to go there. No.
oh my God.
That's too. That's
Do
too
local
long.
then. Do where you could drive to. Take
Yeah.
a train.
Right.
But I'm tired of driving
I
places.
know.
I wanna fly. I wanna, do something
What about a
different.
cruise?
Oh, we always do the cruises. The cruises are good. Yeah.
Okay, so that's the compromise.
Yeah.
It's like be great on a cruise.
Yeah.
Right, exactly. Okay.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Kenya, that same question for you.
Oh, okay. So, I want to say it has its ups and downs. I mean, right now it's probably like at an 8.
Oh, shit.
You went outside. But but it has its ups and downs. Well, first of all, because I'm going through menopause, like my libido went from like a 0 to 100. Like really, like
I don't great. And
right.
now it's like, my libido is like, no more. I don't want to do
Right.
this.
Glad I'm not experiencing that yet. I don't know what I'm doing.
Yeah, when you go through some changes.
I be walking past my husband and be like, I hope he don't want none.
Yeah, but you have seasons. Like, you have, of course, when you first get married, you want to hump all day, and then kids come, you ain't got no time. You got to schedule your hump. Right, you got to schedule. You're just so busy. So yeah, it's been but I feel like sex is a very important part of any relationship between a man and a woman. I'm sorry if you want to keep I mean, a lot of people say it's not about sex, but it absolutely is. You know, especially since we live in a hypersexual society now. So if you're not giving it to your man, or he's not getting it from you, he's getting it somewhere else. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So, and that's really important. And it breaks up marriages, you know? So that's just something you have to work at. You know, that's really, that and money. That's something you have to work at all the time. Yeah, absolutely.
I'm glad that you all brought up menopause. Well, the two of you, because that was one of my last words. And I feel like as women, we don't talk enough about menopause. You just hear, hot flashes, night sweats. I think it's so much more to menopause than that. I never heard like anybody say like, it's killing my sex drive. That's the first time I heard that. Right. But then Kenya's up, right?
Right.
Kenya like, it's an 8. You're like, right? I said 1 through 5. I was like, she went back.
I didn't hear that 1 to 5. I'm sorry. I thought you said 1 to 10. I'm sorry.
Okay. You know, and it's different for everyone. And then like
absolutely,
Reema and Nicole are the same age, and Reema's not even experiencing it yet. I'm definitely in perimenopause because I have the night sweats like 3 times a week. I'm just like, what the F? Like, like literally like somebody set me on fire, you know, hair soaking wet, sheets, everything. And it's just like.
Yeah, and recently I'm going through insomnia. Like I can't go to sleep, you know, like really. Like what in the world? I really can't. And I'll go to bed. I've been just said, well, let me go to bed a little earlier. So I might go to sleep for an hour, get up, go back to sleep at 2, get up, go back to sleep at 4. So, and it's really, like during the day, I'm really tired because I didn't get any sleep at night. So it's different for every woman. It's just some people, like I speak to like my aunts who are like in their 70s. They'll say stuff like, "Oh, we didn't have those challenges," and I'm like, "It had to be the food. it's gotta be
eat more fat back,
right?" She's like, "No, I didn't go through that. I just stopped having my period. You know, that's it." So I think it could be the food because probably back then they didn't have all this food with all the hormones and stuff in it, so they don't. I talked to a couple of older women, like I'm talking about like in your 70s, and they're like, "No, we didn't have those changes." So it's different for everybody. It's different for everybody. So yeah.
Wow. Okay. You know what? I wonder if menopause make men uncomfortable.
I wonder if men experience menopause.
You know what they experience, girl, but they not going to talk about. You know, I'm like, damn, why we get everything? They get menopause, we this, that. ED. Okay.
Yeah.
My brothers get erectile dysfunction,
but they don't like to talk about it. They don't like to admit it.
That's so taboo. You know, nobody want to talk about.
They feel like they don't need the blue pill.
Right.
Get the blue pill. Why not?
Well, be careful what you ask for.
Right.
So, I've experienced that. My husband is 15 years older than I am.
Oh.
So
how's life on the Smurf?
You said the Smurf. What?
The Smurf. Smurf's the blue.
Oh, okay.
Like the Smurf.
The Smurf. What? But yeah, be careful what you ask for with the blue pill. So I'm gonna tell you.
And I feel like it's nothing to be ashamed of. No. It's a part of life. Some men experience it younger, like some in their 30s, and it has nothing to do with age.
Right.
You know, also like premature ejaculation, like coming too quick. He only lasts for 3 to 5 minutes. Like, but I feel like I don't want that to be a surprise. So while we're courting, dating each other, we should talk about what may happen before we do it.
I totally agree.
I don't want no surprises. Like, I ain't the hardest, but I'm confident. What the fuck is that?
So wait wait a minute, Tasha. You must be talking about when you're in a relationship at the beginning.
Yeah.
Because if you in it for the long haul, that's going to happen. It's just evident.
I know about that.
Yeah.
You know, that it was the progression, right? You know, things happen. But I'm talking about in the beginning, right? You knew. You already knew. Why
right,
you trying
right. You ain't say nothing.
to do the okie doke with me? You knew what was going to happen. Like, oh no, oh my gosh, I was so excited.
Wait a minute, that's like when
90 days.
Right, you excited? It's been 5 tries now.
I can't. 5 tries.
It's been 25 minutes altogether. Like,
I'm just gonna say, don't give somebody 5 tries.
Oh gosh.
5 tries for 5
Don't give
minutes.
them 5 tries. 2 tries. That second try, you still do this.
You gonna
Bye.
kill 'em.
But you know what? The first time, everybody's like weird and awkward. So it's like, oh my gosh.
Okay,
Then the
that's the
second
first
time, it's like,
The second time, you guys should be locked in.
not the second
At
time.
least the third you should
The
be
third
comfortable.
time, the 5. You know, what if we were drinking? So you know, that's the thing, right? And that's the trick, right? Let's get saucy, right? Because you already know what's going to happen.
No,
So now you're going to
nigga.
blame it on alcohol.
Right.
But I didn't
So
know
don't
that.
get
Duh. I
saucy.
didn't know that. I didn't know. But round 4, I'm waking up. I'm like, I don't want nothing to drink tonight. I'm good.
I can't.
So I can remember what happened. And you're like, oh.
That's in that 90-day period.
Wow. Yeah.
That's how it goes down. You know, the
Wow.
single people know. Like, it's just-
So do you feel like women should tell the guys, like, you know, I got dryness down there, like,
yeah, listen, if
vaginal
you go
dryness.
into the bathroom and you putting a little KY on there
Right.
trying to fake me out too, yes, that is a thing. That's a thing. I'm pretty sure some guys know that has happened to
But,
them.
but a lot of women fake orgasms as well. So, but men don't even care about that part.
Because they don't know you fake.
Yeah, they
See, I need an all male panel to ask them that. Like,
wow.
do you know?
When a woman
Between
is
a
faking
real-
orgasm?
Right.
You should have male and female, and please make me part of that panel.
I'm going to work on
Lord.
that because I feel like people are just not honest. Because
Yeah.
again, you just like you don't want people to know your secret. Like, oh
Right,
yeah, like
right.
if you come in 5 minutes, like, I mean, don't be proud, but I mean,
Right.
at least let your partner know because
Right.
now I need to know, like, how many times can we go? Like,
Right,
is
'cause
it
I'm like,
5
you-
minutes and then
right.
you need 2 minutes and then we do 5 minutes again?
Or like, is it 5 minutes for the
And
first
that's
time, and then you get back up, and we going for an hour?
Or no,
whatever.
you
I
got
don't know,
5
30 minutes or whatever.
5 minutes
you know,
until the next date.
But you
Like,
know what? But you,
oh, well, then you're not trying to have a session. You just trying to have sex, and that's it. Then, like,
No,
'cause
but
if
that's
you
all
having
he
a
got.
night, it's like, okay, I'm trying to
That's
go
all
a
he got.
couple of
No,
times.
she's saying that's all he has.
Oh,
but
okay.
you know what's so
Okay.
funny though? Because think about it, you're dating someone, it wasn't right, but then they in another relationship, now they getting married, and you're like, what? You know what I mean? So you're wondering, like, hold up, is it me?
No, I don't want that. I'm just
Right.
saying she's just as whack
As he is, right?
Right. So I'm saying that because I always say somebody is for somebody, but not my body.
That's
Yeah,
That's true.
So you feel like a guy might not be turned on. That's why.
It's something because if you're dating them and it's not working, but then they're in another relationship and it's going longer than, and it can be you as well, but the chemistry. So he may react to your body and come in 5 minutes, but with her it goes a little bit longer. I don't
He
know.
got what, like 8 minutes?
Something I don't know, but I
We will
always
never
wonder
know,
about
right?
the anatomy. It's all in the anatomy.
We'll never
And that's
know.
something we'll never know.
See, we gotta find those women out there, ladies. If you watching this show,
DM me.
just DM me.
Right.
If your husband only got like 5 to 10 minutes, you know, it's okay.
Wow.
No judgment. We won't say his name. We don't have to tag him. You can just be a guest, and you know, I'll see how I can work you into this. But yeah, we won't ever know. So, I would just like to thank all of my guests for being up here. Did you have fun?
Yes.
I would love to have y'all back, okay? Yeah, I'm working on trying to incorporate more men because I feel like, you know, they have a voice and I don't want it to just be one-sided, you know? Because men, they have their own experiences with women and stuff that we don't tell them, you know? But, you know, so we're just going to leave that for that, right? So I'm going to circle back around. No one wants to share the most uncomfortable situation they've ever been in with one of they. Okay, I see you. No, you don't want to do it. Okay, but you know what? Now I'm gonna just get personal. Anybody got single friends to hook me up with? Why I see you laughing way too hard? That means
Wait,
no.
no, because you ask me that every time we talk.
I do. It's just
You ain't got Gerard ain't got no single friends.
couples up here married. Ain't nobody got no good
I just
single
need
friends
to talk
hook
to you
me
for
up
a
with.
little bit to see what you're looking for. I need to know.
Right.
I want to make
tell
sure
you.
I hook you up with the right person.
Right. And I'm
Be all
into.
like, oh,
Well, you know I know how you know.
You're right. You are absolutely
You already
right.
asked
And
me. I
I'm
told you
okay.
no.
He does not have to be black. You know, I'm open to
Oh,
dating.
really?
Okay.
Nothing wrong with
Nice.
that.
Mhm,
Wow.
mhm. You
Wow.
gotta open up the pool, right?
This is true. Yeah.
The Marcy
Okay.
pool.
All
Okay. All right, guys. So, yeah, thank you for joining us. This is the Now What podcast. Until next time.
Thanks for having me.
Thanks for having
Thank
us.
you.
Yes.
Bye.
Bye.